Hello everyone. So today I was thinking there's a very basic difference in being an engineer and being a developer. So let's start putting some efforts towards being an engineer. So in this video, I was thinking to try to load 1K images, high quality images with basic React rendering, and in a separate video possibly we can track their metrics to see where we land on a 3GD speed, I would say. So yeah, that is what is the plan. And I was sitting to make this video for last 3 hours, but as always YouTube algorithm is designed to pull you in and would want you to spend more time watching videos. So that is what happened. I watched two videos of 1 hour each, and here and there small shorts. So yeah, I'm back. Let's get going. So I'll share till the top. I'll share my screen here, and here we can we make this PIP, like picture in picture, maybe automatic picture in picture. There is no picture in picture feature in this. So yeah, uh, I'll try to put it side by side. Okay, let me just list down what is needed first. So first thing is we will need 1K high quality images. So first we need this. Second, we would need to render this with basic React app without much optimizations. And third thing is once we have done this, we need to profile this to check their web vitals for mobile and web. And we would do this in React for now, and in later video, in a separate video, we can play with metrics, other metrics, and like there are different angles to it. We can either optimize on different aspects and see like how it differs. And we need to like some prerequisite or would be uh, we would need stable environment for profiling. We would consider 3G environment, uh, but would need to explore if we can find a server which is consistent enough for testing. So not just for a short term, but so that we can test those later as well, right? We would need an environment for that. And first thing is we need to figure out a place where we can find high quality images? I would say having consistent size and we need to have a consistent file size and what resolution or aspect ratio. So let's get going on the first piece. We would go to, let's say, perplexity, and we would ask this to perplexity. We need to for that we need to write a good prompt. It's Why not? Let me see one thing. If I can split this and I can put this here on a separate screen, and here I can have perplexity like this. Yeah. So let me reframe my question and use Gemini 2.5 Pro, as this is good in reasoning. So let me give it a proper context. Where can we find a set of roughly 1K images of high quality resolution and having same or similar aspect ratio and file size if possible? We are planning to render those using different front-end framework and uh, check tweak here and there to check performance benefits. So ImageNet 1000 features images with 39 categories. Okay. As far as more manager full ImageNet dataset, this collection contains 1000 object classes, making it diverse option for testing. Okay, what is this? Let me check this. Let I guess I would have to share my this part of a window. Yeah. This most highly used subset of ImageNet is this ImageNet large image classifier organization. The subset is this dataset spans 1000 object classes and contains training images and 50,000 validation images and 10,000 test images. The subset is available on Kaggle. Okay, interesting. So this is ImageNet object localization challenge. So here they have a different images, and they are creating ML models on top of it. You can learn all the bounding boxes of particular syntax here. Okay, you'll see this annotation. The images annotations are saved in file in this format. User can pass the annotation using this development toolkit. Annotations are ordered by their this. Okay, so they have this data. I guess in overview, I need to figure out images. I would need images. Which format? Data is available here. This is contains the image data and ground truth for train and validation. This second one is the correct format for the summation file, and this is the solution and mapping between. So first one is saved in this. You can pass this download. So let me try this. Not found. And you to WNIT. For example, annotations are ordered by this scene sets. For example, Persian cat, boundary mouse are their name. These IDs looks like this. Each image name has a direct correspondent with the annotation file. For example, the box for this is the training images are under the folder with the names of the validation images are all in the same folder. The test images are also in the same folder. Folder contains text file specifying the list of images for the main this. Okay, so I guess identify where can I find images. This is this. I don't think I can find images here. Looks like I may have to. Let me say okay. Shutter this data red collection of thousand high. Okay, this is interesting. If we can find this data set, size is 15 GB. Interesting. Sample. This is a free sample data set consisting of this. So where is the file? Okay, maybe we need to log in there. The treasure critical image restoration and include 1000 images in 2K resolution. Let's try this data set. Low resolution images, low resolution, high resolution, training data, HR images, validation data. So training data is this. Let me click and see if we can find this. Okay, it looks like we're able to download those. No, we are not able to either download it or do anything with it. With the URL where I can find the images. Large scale dataset for image restoration published. We are not going to have super resolution. Okay, dataset is here. If you're using this, please add a reference to this to one of the following. Okay, training data, validation data, test data. We tried this, but it didn't work, right? Okay, they have this. Here is a file 100. Mm, this right. If I go to this memory, so memory, it's the same thing, right? If I do this, okay. So I start this and I go to this. This is interesting. I was visiting this and looks like it has been trying to keep its allocation, like memory allocation to roughly 5 MB. Looks like it is just loading. What's in the view, possibly? Okay, let's say this. We have this, right? Now we do this. 10 MB, 1 MB. Okay. Now if I do this, looks like I tried to be too fast. Looks like they are able to keep their memory usage quite a good. So let's try to profile something else like memory, and here we would have different mechanism like we want heap memory, not this. So we limit this. Approximately memory allocation or something long operation with the detached element. Let's see heap snapshot. It's 105 MB heap size currently. Right? Still it's not loading all of the images. And if I just refresh it back and I remove this and now I check the heap, it's 70. Mm, so roughly like 68. Okay. And roughly we have loaded 200. So it's 500 now. Interesting enough, it's increasing. Now it's 600. Hmm, 130. And now we have almost, I guess, all the images loaded. But it's It's playing something different. It is not loading all the images actually. But anyway, we would have it's still loading. So meanwhile, let's we have already spent 34 minutes in this. Let's create a basic React app. So I will go to React. Not this React. So this is the React, and we can use this. What are different ways does it allows us to create React? I guess now let's check which versus create React app. Might offer faster development experience due to its use of native ES module and ES build, resulting in near instant server start and HMR. CRA relies on the Webpack, which can be slower, especially in larger build, but requires more opinionated out-of-the-box pre-configured tools like ESLint. Okay, so at speed, modern approach, flexibility, more configured with a simpler way to customized build settings compared to CRA. Eject method, building support for other frameworks like Vue, Suite, not just React. Has a slightly steeper learning curve for beginner compared to this. Some users have reported operational issues with the production build, though this can happen often be resolved. Proper configuration. Excellent for beginner due to its comprehensively configured setup, established, and their slow development can have significant longer startup time. HMR build requires ejecting, which is a complex and reversible mechanism. And it is fixed configuration may not be ideal for advanced use cases. Bright tests we are building medium to large and are comfortable with more flexibility in customization. If you are a beginner, need a very simple strategy. So let's go for wheat only. Wheat React. Let's get going. We'll use some personal projects. So we are in personal document, personal, and we can create another folder here, which we can say performance experiment. And let's open this, and I'll share this screen with you. And for that, I would need here I can go and I can say, so here we are now in this. Let's try the commands npm create react, npm create read. So let me add npm create read. Project name would be image react, image renderer, and we would use react, and we would use with TypeScript, let's say. Use roll down weight, which is experimental, powered by roll down, the future default weight, which is powered by roll down. Yes, let's install it. PNPM start now. Yes, we may need to copy this and put it maybe directly here. And here we go. We enter, and here we can paste it here. Let's paste it here. So we have SRC where we have assets, and in assets we can put this, and I'll open folder, and here we would have where is our application performance experiment, and we'll open this. Let's open this. So here we are. We have this, and here we have put images. Let's rename this images assets. Within assets we have set of images, and this very huge list. Let's go npm first. Let's check what's this. So we have npm div build lint and this. So we'll do npm run div, npm run div. Okay, interesting. So we would use this, and we would do it half. Okay, let me reduce this a bit more so that we have enough space for this development, and we can go through this. And here we have a basic app. We have main dot this, which is leading to app, and this is a pure app, right? So we would just remove this, and remove this, and this, and this, and this. First we need to generate those number. So we have, let's say, const array is equals to array dot from, which has the length of 1000, and this, and here we just do this array dot map. For each number we just put this. I guess this is fine. And each array can have a number starting from 1. So here we can check our images are starting from 1, and they go to till 800, right? So we have 800 images, and if I see this, it changed quickly without much delay or anything, right? Now we need to see how we can add this. So we have this, which we can do this dot add or to string first, and then add start with 3. What is this pad start? What does it take? Max length, the length of resulting string once the current string has been padded. So it should be 4. So yeah, I guess we got this, and then we should have dot png. I guess this is all. Okay, yes. And now we just need to create a div where we can render this. So we'll create a div, and this div can have lot of div within it. So we would call this, let's say, grid container, and this should be class name, and this can be class name grid item. Nice. And within this grid item we can have an image which has a src of this. So we would do this, we would pick this up from here, put it here, and here we got this, where key is this number, and there is no this, and we got this, where src is nothing but we got this item, and this is nothing but src itself. So we can eliminate this fragment. Ideally, something wrong. Okay, so we got this. So rather than image, we can just try first putting, let's say, p, where we would say this is item. Okay, so we are able to identify this item. This is nothing but src for us. But yeah, if I try to let's say before a grid container, in a grid container, before array gets started, so we can try one src, and it should have this, let's say, and here we keep a first image. So let's say this, right? Let's try it here once, and then we can do this. So this is broken, right? And now if I try to do this, I first import images from first thing, how to import images from asset folder in React. Create a asset folder within your researcher. Create a folder named assets. Rename like images, and place your images file inside the folder. Import the image in a folder in the React component where you want to display the. Use an import statement to bring the image file. Assign it to a variable. So if I do this, I load local images in React as well. So people have put this image logo from logo, and then you can put logo here. But here I need to put my first, which is this 0th, and, and if I go here, it won't work because I have, I would say, dynamic set of images which are being loaded. Interesting. How do we do this? So let's say that we have 800 images named from 1 to 800 in images folder assets slash images folder and delete. How to load those, how to import this. Interesting. We want to, if it would have been a single image, I would have put basically direct import there and use it directly. But here we not want to import, isn't. First is you can create helper function to import all the images required dot context. Okay, so you are doing import all images is an array. You are going all dot keys and you are mapping through all of them and put in this import dot all required dot context. You are doing dynamic import with wait import dot meta dot global in this. In wait project you can get all the images like this image modules, and the module needs to be loaded. Uh, this module which is async operation or for eager loading. So if you want eager loading, you can do this. So here in the component object dot values eager image module dot map, and you can do this. Oh, nice. So const images is equals to import dot meta dot import dot meta dot globe, and here you can say within assets we have a png, or within assets images we have a png, right? And if you have more you can specify more with the comma, and here we have images, and out of those images we can find one image, uh, zeroth of it, and we can say. So basically then we need to do this. It's object dot values, it's a key value here. Okay, we are figuring out all the values that we have received here, and we are doing let's try this one only directly, and then we'll figure out what to do. So here we have all the images, object dot values images map, you have a module, and you have this. So we can say mod to this, and we have index idx, and this is the index, but this is a module, and you're not able to do default on this. What's wrong with this? Using the public folder, an alternative simple method is place the images folder inside the public directory at the root of your files in the public folders are not processed by the build tool and can be accessed directly by URL. So if you have those images there, you can just push images like slash images slash this and index src and render. So not able to do, we are not able to do mod dot default. Somehow module.default looks it's not working. Oh, interesting. So we have all the images. You're running into a common point of confusion with the with this feature. The issue is that by default input also lazy input, which means it doesn't load the module immediately. Instead, gives you object where each value is a function that, when called, returns a promise that resolves to module. The module map function is not the image module; it's a dynamic import function trying to access default on a function that will result in different eager loading. First solution is if you just do eager.default, you would be able to do this. So we can do one thing is we can do this eager.true and as URL we are not sure, but eager.true should work, and here we should be able to get default and it should work. So it actually did work, and we can see this interesting, and here we can give width of 200 and height of 200 for this easier thing, right? So we have this now. We have just given a grid container, and there is no actually class like those in real. Not sure how they are working, but those are working fine. Now let's try another way that they're proposing. First is eager loading. Eager loading with default import. You can make your code even cleaner by also using the import default option. This tells it to not only load the images but also to resolve to default export directly. So that way you can say import default. So you can say import and it can be a default. So that is the thing. If you do this, you are fine with this. You can do key idea src url, which could be a it would directly resolve to a url, and alt can be image dx, and why is it the unknown is not assignable to the type string. URL is unknown to them. Okay. TypeScript. If you are using TypeScript, you may encounter like retail block does not exist on type 223 insert yes config.json to fix. Okay, now I'll come to this later. So this is what it is. We are able to do this, and we would remove this for now. So I guess then we don't need this as well. I was thinking we may need to do this. But yeah, that's simple. You do import meta globe and you specify all the image path and you do eager and default and it works. So this is all for today. We'll see if we can do some sort of first we'll profile this in the next video, and we'll see like if we need to do some optimizations and things. So yeah, that was all. Thank you for watching this.